to my new YouTube channel, Chicken Cooping in Quebec. The purpose of creating this channel and this video is simply that when I started raising backyard chickens, there really wasn't that many informational videos, especially for winter and how to prep for winter when you're raising backyard chickens. So hopefully I can help some other people who are starting out with raising backyard chickens and help you prepare for winter. We also live in Quebec, Canada, where it can get fairly cold. Worst case, probably minus 40s with the wind chill for a few days at a time, which is important to make sure that the chickens don't get too cold and that there's no drafts. Those are my kids in the background. So this is the front of the chicken coop. And as you can see, there is one vent on at least the front of the chicken coop. We do have 4 in total. 1 in the front, 2 in the back, 1 on the side. So during the walk around, you'll be able to see all of those vents. They are on the outside as well as on the inside. So this is a typical winter day. It is -9 and -17 with the wind chill. So as you can see, there's 2 of the back vents that I was mentioning earlier on that help remove the humidity from inside the chicken coop. It's really important not to have humidity inside the chicken coop in the winter because it gives the chickens a cough, and it basically decreases their overall health during the winter. It's very unhealthy, as well as the ammonia that builds up from their stools. It collects and it can make them very, very sick. So important to have lots of ventilation. When it comes to heating the chicken coop during the winter, we did the first year equip it with a heating panel that we attached to the inside of the coop wall, and evidently we did not use it very much. With an insulated coop, the walls were insulated when we built it, and we insulated the floor, which we covered in tile. It doesn't tend to get that cold inside the coop during the winter, and in fact I found that just having the heated water base with the aluminum waterer was sufficient to keep them completely warm during the entire winter. So the inside of the coop that you can see behind me right now never really gets less than -5 on the coldest day. So if it's -25 with, minuses in the 30s because of wind chill, it still stays relatively warm at -5 inside the chicken coop. Chickens don't require a lot of heat during the winter, surprisingly. Like when you think of other pets, you think, oh, we need to keep them very warm, but chickens adapt very well early in the fall when the temperatures start dropping. So we typically only put the heater on if it gets to -40 and stays that way for a few days at a time. Otherwise, they're completely happy and completely healthy in the -5 enclosed chicken coop. The square and rectangular vents that I selected for the exterior of the chicken coop are aluminum louver vents, which prevent critters and pests from being able to enter. Air flows freely, and it also prevents weather from coming inside the chicken coop where you do not want it. During winter, we don't experience much heat loss because during construction, we insulated the floor, walls, and ceiling of the coop. The coop is positioned roughly 20 inches above the ground, so our chickens have extra area to move around and is a nice shaded spot during a hot summer. We add simple plastic panels to the exterior of the run to create a windproof and snow-free area for our hens to occupy if they choose. We electrified our coop, which has 2 receptacles on the exterior as well as 2 on the inside. Before it freezes, I change out the waterer from a plastic one to a galvanized one and put the heated base underneath to prevent the water from freezing in the cold. I do water changes every few days. While it's not shown in this video, I add extra bedding to the floor of the coop and the nest boxes so the hens stay warm during their time in the coop. We use artificial lighting and have an exterior light as well as an interior ceiling light. If you want your hens to lay steady throughout the winter, they require 16 hours of continuous light per day. Airflow is important all year round for optimal health, not just strictly in the winter.
The freezing weather causes the eggs to crack, so I remove the eggs daily. Our chickens have the choice to move freely from the coop into their run through a chicken door that remains open all of the time, but can be closed and secured if we choose. We offer our hens a dust bath area during the winter when the ground is frozen. When constructing the coop, we proactively selected latches and handles that are as predator-proof as possible. We experience predators such as racoons, foxes, skunks, hawks, and the occasional black bear. We store our chicken feed in large galvanized garbage containers that we keep in our shed outside to prevent insects and rodents from accessing it. This concludes the end of the walkthrough video, and I truly hope that the information was helpful.